going on, Jerome? So the Minnesota Fighting Vikings made some changes this offseason by sending away Kirk Cousins, letting him go to Atlanta. Ooh, took the money and ran. And the Vikings were going to take on a lot of dead cap this year, seen as a rebuilding season. They signed up Slingin Sam Darnold to a $10 million deal. Figured, okay, we're going to draft a quarterback, but Darnold could be a decent bridge guy, decent backup. You know, last year was a backup with San Francisco and the former number 3 overall pick, 2018, and the draft bust could serve a purpose here for the Vikings. But Darnold's come out and slung it, man. Like slinging Sam Darnold has the Vikings at 9-2 and America's quarterback because, see, America loves to build you up just like they did at USC and at the NFL draft, and then they teared him down. Torn? Doesn't matter. Jets, Panthers, and then they bring him back with the Vikings. That's right. Darnold, I mean, not gonna lie. Like, Sam Darnold, last 2 games has been the best 2 games of his career. Maybe not black and white stats-wise, but just by game flow, just by control of the game. And frankly, it's some of the best football, some of the best quarterback that we've seen here with the Vikings in a long time, right? And Darnold, I mean, Sunday was his masterpiece. Like, he looked really damn good against the crooked Chicago Bears. 22 of 34, 330, 9.7 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns. He did survive 3 sacks. Could have been a lot more if he didn't have his pocket awareness and mobility. And people say, he's seeing ghosts. No, the ghosts are there. They really are, man. And hopefully Cam Robinson's foot injury isn't anything serious, but also he posted a 116.1 quarterback rating as well as a 82.5 QBR on a scale of 100, so everything was pretty good. And I mean, Darnold, so you see these passing charts and you see like old quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, everything is with 10 yards. I mean, Darnold's out there slinging it. Now, yes, one of the downsides is that he still holds on to the ball a little bit too long, waiting for things to develop downfield. He's always trying to be aggressive, but, and the fact that his hit rate beyond 10 yards past the line of scrimmage, I mean, that's pretty damn amazing. The deep shots to Hawkinson as well as, of course, the 6-9-yarder, nice, to Jordan Addison. I mean, Addison was all over the place, man. Love to see that, right? And also, when it came down to crunch time, because anyone could put up, frou-frou Lulu numbers during the game, but when it mattered, right? And it's a unique situation where the Vikings sort of gave it away. Defense, special teams did not have a good second half, and the offense had himself a decent day. I mean, scored 27 points on the road against a top 7 defense. They feel pretty good, but all the momentum went in the Bears' favor heading into overtime, and then the Vikings defense rose up. They got the Vikings the ball back, offense the ball back, and even though there was a couple of penalties in the Vikings' overtime offensive possession, Darnold cooked 6 of 6 for 90 passing yards and got the Vikings down inside the 10. A chip shot field goal for John Parker Romo, and it was pretty damn amazing, man. And also, what was great too is that the problem that Darnold had against the Jaguars as well as the Colts is that he was just forcing the ball to Justin Jefferson, and you can't have that, especially when teams are selling out to stop him. So that's why Addison had a career day. That's why Hawkinson had a huge game, 7 for a buck 14. That's why Aaron Jones was open underneath, even though one of the catches was from Nick Mullins, who just came in slinging, right? And Darnold was very damn impressive. Second, fourth quarter, come from behind game-winning drive in the last 3 games. Jacksonville was the other one. Also, he has 7 total for his career, 2 in the last 3 weeks for the Vikings. He was perfect in overtime, like we mentioned, distributed to not Jefferson. Also, he did get his ankle rolled up on. Darnold's taking shots from the Bears all damn day, just right after he threw it. Right, easily could have called roughing the passer about 3 or 4 times, but missed 2 plays, came back, fought through. He was not going to miss any time, and that shows a toughness. That shows a dedication to his teammates, and I love it. Plus, Darnold for a long time has been seen as someone who just melts under pressure. That ain't happening. Ain't no Kirk Cousins happening on here. Also, some of those throws, man. Just the onions to stand in the pocket when you know that you're going to take a shot, probably after you let the ball go, maybe significantly after you let the ball go. But on a dime. Like those 2 shots to Addison, a couple shots to Hockenson, that big conversion, first and 15, picking that up to Jefferson in overtime. Like we're talking about moonshots here. And even going back to the Jalen Nailor touchdown drop against the Titans, like this is legit, right? And this ain't bad for a bridge quarterback in a rebuilding season. So Darnold nailed it. It is on pace for 4,000 yards passing, which the Bears have never had one, by the way. Caleb will get there, but Bears never had one. He does have 10 picks, but he's been clean the last 2 games. Yeah, as well as 21 touchdowns is a career high for him. Plus, he has 7 games left to play. Plus, he's had a 100-plus quarterback rating in 9 of his 11 games with the Vikings. Testament to him and Kevin O'Connell, putting him in great situations. Plus, he's bounced back from bad performances. The way that he played in the Lions and Rams game after the Jets game, that deserves applause. And even though the Vikings came up short in the Rams and the Lions game, they weren't necessarily on him, and then had a whatever game against the Colts, 2 interceptions, just trying to force things. 3 interception game against Jacksonville, which was probably his nut low of the season. And then he came roaring back with the 2 best games of his career. And that says a lot about character, a lot about his grit. And with Darnold, I don't know, the joke is maybe he got whiff of the Daniel Jones talk. So just like, I don't want another former highly drafted New York quarterback to take my job. Kind of like my job here. And yes, the future is going to be J.J. McCarthy next season, all likelihood. But if Darnold keeps playing the way that he's playing, I don't think anything's guaranteed. Like, yeah, J.J. McCarthy is the future and stuff, and that's great. But, could he sit more than 1 year, especially coming back from that knee? It's a possibility. And is it a spot where, the Vikings, first off, Darnold's going to get paid in free agency, right? No matter where he goes, he is going to get paid. He's looking at a premium contract, at least Daniel Jones plus, right? So do the Vikings tag and trade him because there's value? Or since they have the cap space next year and Darnold is only going to be 28 and you've been looking for a young franchise quarterback, and frankly, Darnold the last 2 games has played like a top 5, top 6 quarterback, what do you do? Right. And now, yes, a lot of it is going to depend on what happens the rest of the season and into the playoffs. If Darnold finishes strong and leads the Vikings on a playoff charge, it'd be really tough to pass up on him because, yes, J.J. McCarthy, are you going to take the boat or are you going to take the mystery prize? The mystery prize could be anything, even a boat. I don't know. But yeah, as of right now, the way that Darnold's playing, right meow, even though we heavily criticized him when he was playing like ass thank you in the Colts and Jaguars corridor. This is how you would want J.J. McCarthy to operate, right? And Darnold, he's got the love and trust of the locker room. He obviously can work with Kevin O'Connell. So this could be a tough decision. But like I said, there's still a lot of football left to be played. I still think that Darnold's going to be playing at a high level. Eventually, teams will slack off on Jefferson, and he'll get 1-8 going, and everything will be glorious. But Sam Darnold, baby. That's America. We are so back, and so is Sam Darnold. That's right, man. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Slingin Sam Darnold had himself another career day against the crooked Chicago Bears on Sunday. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Yeah, you know what to do. Skol. Production value.